Hello and welcome. In this module, we are talking about high converting creatives. That is the engine of your ads. This is where we're going to get down to the nitty gritty of how to create ads that can convert. Okay, so let's get into it. What is a high converting creative? A high converting creative is one of the most important parts of running an ad. Is that creative that you will put out that will make a customer to say, okay, I want to take an action. You see, many business owners focus so much on ad targeting, ad setting, budgets, this, that, but they forget the ad creative itself. And if the creative is very weak, everything else is scattered. So the best targeting you can do is to make sure that the creative is well done properly. When it comes to meta ads especially, right? The algorithm will show your ad to the right people, but it cannot make those right people to take an action. So the job of the creative is to make sure that that ad that is being shown is actually going to convert. So in simple terms, the creative is what sells. The ad settings only decides who sees it. If your creative is strong, your ad will perform even with an average targeting. Trust me. But if your creative is weak, your ad will fail no matter how much money you spend. Do you understand me? It's very, very important that you get to know all this. So why does the creative determine the ad performance? It's very simple. When someone is scrolling through Instagram or Facebook right now, they're not looking for your product. So they are watching a comedy, they are chatting with a friend, they are gossiping, and they are consuming entertainment. That's what they are doing right now. Or they are reading something. Do you understand? So they are busy with other things. They're not focused on your brand though. So your ad is interrupting their attention. That's something you need to understand. So your creative must be powerful enough to do three things quickly. It has to stop them to scroll. It has to build trust. And it has to trigger action. Are you getting it? If you can achieve these three things, trust me, my sister, your ad will convert. Very, very important. Your ad will convert. So, what are the 4 core elements of high converting creative? This is something I designed because I have come to realize that these are the 4 things that I've seen that has worked over time to make sure that your ad will always convert, okay? So we're going to talk about it. These 4 things I'm about to mention are the powerful things that your creative must have for your ads to convert. Number 1, it has to be a scroll stopper. What do I mean by a scroll stopper? The first job, right, of your ad is to make people to stop scrolling. Like, within that first and second seconds, if you cannot capture their attention, the creative does not stop people. My dear, leave it, oh. They will just skip and go. Trust me, they will skip and go. A scroll stopper must have the following. Very, very important. It must have a strong visual, right? It will be something that they will see and, immediately just sticks on their brain. So what does a strong visual look like? A bold product shoot, a visual scene, a strong facial expression, a bright background, a surprising situation. All these are examples of what a strong visual will look like. The next thing a scroll stopper is supposed to have is a bold hook. What do I mean by a bold hook? I mean something that will make the person to be curious. So when you say things like, let me give you an example. Most businesses are wasting money on ads. That is a very bold hook. This cassava biscuit sold out in 24 hours. That is a very bold hook. Stop customizing everything in your business. That is an amazing bold hook. The next thing that your scroll stopper must have is a problem statement. you have to call out the pain immediately. For instance, you have to say things like, your ads are not converting because you're making one mistake. That is a problem statement. You understand? Unexpected statement is another thing you should also put to get more people to see, which is something like, I spent 1.7 million on ads to make 8 million. That is an unexpected statement. You have to make the viewers to pause. You have to make the viewers to pause. So these 4 things, very important for a scroll stopper: strong visual, bold hook, problem statement, and unexpected statements. Do you understand me? So now let's go to the next thing, the next element that you need, right, for a high converting creative, which is what? Trust elements. You know, I've said so much about trust elements, but I will continue to talk about it because if you get it right, Omo, you have done well for yourself. Once a viewer stops scrolling, the next question they will ask themselves is, why should I believe you? Why should I believe you? This is a very critical question that you have to answer before you create the ads. You must include multiple trust signals in your creatives. If your creatives does not have multiple trust signals, my sister, it's going to be hard. I'm going to share with you examples, But there are 5 powerful trust elements I want you to put. Okay? 5 powerful trust elements. And let's name them. Social proof. So this is an example of customer testimonials, reviews, comments, screenshot of orders, user-generated content. These are the kind of things I want you to think about, right? The next one is numbers and results. So an example of this is like over 10,000 cartons sold, over 3,400 students enrolled, over 10 billion generated in sales. That is numbers and results, okay? Very, very important. The next one I want you to talk about is authority. So an example of authority would be like your experience, your media features, industry recognition, awards, partnerships. Those are the things I want you to be thinking about when you're thinking about authority. Okay? So for instance, let me use myself as an example. You can say, founder of MPC Trade Fair that has helped businesses generate over 10 billion naira in sale. That is an authority, right? I've built confidence even by listening to that. Like, oh my God, I would like to learn from this person who has, done such numbers, okay? The next one is product demonstration. This is where you're going to talk how it works, what it looks like, the packaging, the usage. Example, when you're showing someone eating tapiokis or reaching out for taste. All those things are very important, okay? Then we also have what we call the consistency of the brand. Are you having good lighting, clean visuals, clear design, readable text, recognizable brand, identity? All these things matters. That's why I said anytime you're creating a high converting creative, a lot of things comes to play. It's a marriage of a lot of things, okay? So you have to think through all these things. Very, very important. Very important. Number 3 is the power of CTA. For those who don't know what CTA means, it's called call to action. Many ads fail because they are not direct enough. People must be clearly told what to do next. Don't think your customers have sense. Why don't you know that you're supposed to buy? They don't know. You need to explain it. You need to break it down for them. A strong CTA has clear instructions. An instruction could be order now, click the link, send a message, register today, buy before midnight. You must tell them what to do. A weak CTA will, confuse people, while a powerful CTA will drive attention and action, okay? Now, like Very, very important. Number 4 is direct messaging. Your creative should communicate the message clearly and simply. Do not confuse your audience, please. A lot of you, that's what people do. You do a lot. So avoid things like long explanations, complex sentences, unnecessary information. You just, they talk, they go. They do. No, don't do that, please. Don't do that. Instead of doing all these things, just communicate. And when we say communicate, we mean go from problem to solution to action. Don't stress us. Problem will look like looking for a healthy snacks. Solution, try tapiokis, our baked cassava biscuits. Action, order now and get free delivery. Did you see I went straight to the point? 3 things, bam, bam, bam. So always think problem, solution, action. So problem, solution, action, very important. Clarity increases conversion. When you're clear, everybody is happy. Okay, very important. Another thing I want us to talk about is how, if your offer is good, 70% of the people will want it. Anybody that sees your ads, 70% at least will convert if your offer is good. Trust me. So a great creative works when the offer is strong. So when we say a strong offer, we're saying offers that have things like discounts, a bundle, a free delivery, a bonus product, a limited time deal. So my friend is doing something and she gave a bonus product if you at a cheaper rate, like upselling. And a lot of people went for it, right? Me, I'm doing free delivery for my biscuit, but we have bundled things up. So you need to think, how can I best get a good offer that will work very well for your customers, okay? If the offer is attractive, the creative becomes easier to sell. People are naturally drawn to good deals. People like good deals like crazy. So the next thing we have to talk about is, before creating any creative, what are the things you need to think about, okay? Before you design that creative, you must ask yourself, what is the objective of this ad? Hey, very important. What is the objective? So if the objective actually would determine the kind of creative you need to create. So objective that has to do with awareness, website sales, WhatsApp sales, lead generation or event registration will have you do different kind of graphics or different kind of videos. So you cannot do awareness video with the same thing with what you're going to do for sales or for WhatsApp. It's not the same. You have to make sure that all of them are all broken down. Each objective will require a different approach, okay? So let us now define our audience, okay? Because when you want to do that, you have to define your audience. So you must decide within yourself. After you have understood that, okay, you want to create an ad and you know the ad, let's just say you want to create a sale, like that's your objective, is to create a sales ad, right? So to define your audience, you have to ask yourself, who are you even creating for? Who are you creating this? Who are you doing it for? Are you doing the creative for someone who knows you or someone who does not know you? So if it's someone who knows you or someone who does not know you first, which is a cold audience, they will need more explanation because they don't know you. They will need more trust elements. They will need more clarity. They will need proof. Even if they know you and they have not tested out your product, they will still need all these things. And I will show you example of this later, okay? I will show you examples. But if you're talking to people who already know you, they just need urgency. They need strong offers. They need direct messaging. Very straight to the point kind of things, okay? It's important that you understand this. So let's talk about the mindset, customer's mindset. Because with the customer's mindset, with you thinking like the customer, it will help you to make sure that your creative is done properly. So if you want to create a high converting creative, you must think like your customer. So ask yourself this question. Why would someone buy this product? Why will someone buy this service? What problem does my product solve? What fear do they have? What doubts might stop them? You need to think like them. What would make them to say, no, I'm not buying? Think. You have to think, okay? Your creative should answer those questions. When you understand customers' mind, your ads become so powerful. Trust me. And one final thing I like to talk about, to me, which is I think is like a simple principle, is your creative must stop attention, must build trust, must communicate clearly, and must drive actions at all times. If it's not doing any of these four, you will not sell. So make sure that it has all this. I also would like to give you 10 rules, right, that I use to create a high converting creatives. 10 rules. So when you want to do your own, make sure that you have these 10 rules, okay? Because ads that are not converting, most times it's not just about the targeting, okay, or the budget. It's still the creative. Trust me, 70% of the time is the creative. So you have to convince a stranger. So let me tell you the 10 rules that you will have to put together today that will change your life forever. The first rules are, number 1, your creative must stop the scroll. Number 2, it must speak to one specific customer. Number 3, it must lead with the problem. Number 4, it must present the solution early. Number 5, it must show the product. Number 6, it must, have multiple trust signals or trust elements, right? Number 7, it must have a very attractive offer. Number 8, the message must be simple. Number 9, you must have clear call to action. And number 10, you must think like the customer. So let's go and look at different adverts that will explain all that we have just said. I will start by showing you some adverts, and I would like you to see and understand what I'm saying. Now look at this flyer. This flyer says, get free delivery of cassava biscuits anywhere in Lagos and Abuja. 30,000 naira free delivery. See all the terms and conditions. Everything is clear. Questions that they will ask: how many is in a carton? I have already added it. What is it? Cassava biscuits. You see how we have created it to make it clear. Now, you see how even the graphics, everything was intentional. I will show you another graphics. To you, you may say, but Nelly, this graphics is also okay. Yes, it's okay. However, there are some changes that we had to make. Let me show you the graphics. Hold on. Now, see the other graphics that we had before. This one says the same thing, but a man is holding the carton. The 30,000 naira was not highlighted. Lagos and Abuja was not highlighted. So this can make people to forget. There was no 50 sachets in a carton. The cassava biscuit was not bold, so they are not curious. You didn't see the difference. While somebody may see these graphics now and say, oh, this is nice, but it's not nice enough. It does not pass the message well. Because with these graphics, people will start asking questions. How many is inside the carton? Free delivery to where? But if you have made all those things bold, it is easier. Then, just a rule of thumb: women convert more than men when it comes to graphics. So it is important that I did that, especially for my own business, and that's why I used this. Let me show you other examples. So I'm on my page right now, and I would like to show you some examples that you can see. Like, let's use this advert. I want you to watch this advert.
This is where the Tapioca's cassava biscuits are made. It starts from here. We don't just bake biscuits, we craft them intentionally for you. We check every batch to make sure that the crunch is perfect and the taste is on point. And then the packing. 50 sachets go into a carton. That is 50 school runs, 50 office breaks, and 50 snack times. This box is going to a mom in Ikeja. And this staff is going to a reseller in Abuja. We are working overtime to make sure that your order is fresh. We have the capacity, we have the stock, The only thing missing from this carton is your address. Click the link to order now. Let's get one of the next batch delivered to you.
So you can see even the flyer says try it Tapiokis. So you can see that we are very intentional about everything that we're doing. When we want to run an advert that we want to use for conversion, we are very intentional about the messages that we want to pass, and not because we don't know what we're doing. We're doing all those things because we know that those kind of messages are what customers would like to hear and like to listen to. I'm looking for another video. Watch this video.
If you look around me, you see carton everywhere. These products are being packed for our customers who bought 20 cartons at the rate of 220,000 naira. You need to know that this 220,000 naira is free of delivery. We send their products to them all over Nigeria without stress, without hassle. They pick up their product. Whether you are in Kaduna or you are in Sokoto, in Nasarawa, in Abuja, in Ekiti, anywhere you are, send us a DM. We will send you your own 20 cartons. Place your order on our website. It is easy and stress-free.
So, did you see that video? So all these things that we're doing is just so that you know we're telling you exactly what it is and so that you can buy. So we also created one that allowed you to know about the biscuits. So that one is where we asked you why cassava biscuits, and a lot of people love that particular video where we explain what cassava biscuit is all about, and it was also a good one. So when you're doing or running your ads, you should think about it from a customer point of view. Think about it. Like this one is a deep and direct message. Let me show you.
Buy 3 cartons and above of our yummy Tapiokis cassava biscuit anywhere in Lagos, Abuja. Go to our website www.comeagainfoods.com to buy 3 cartons and above of our yummy Tapiokis cassava biscuit.
So all these things that we're showing you is showing you exactly about the biscuits. So these are the things that makes people to say, oh, okay, I would like to taste it out. I like to try it out. I like to know what I like the biscuit. So you need to think about it from that point of view. Think about how you can go direct, explain what you're selling, and make your customers to say, okay, I like this. I like the way they are explaining this. I would like to try it out. Okay, it's very, very important. So if you're running or you're doing your own ads, I need you to always think from that point of view. So let's recap. Let us recap. We're going to be we talked about how to create a high converting creative, the 4 elements of a high converting creative, what to do before creating, and the 10 rules of a high converting creative. Next will be how to properly run the ads. That one is going to be broken down for you in simple terms. Thank you.